There is obviously a train tunnel, and the train goes through the tunnel repeatedly. And many times the engineers of the train will see a lady in a white dress standing in or beside the tunnel of the train. And there's a saying that goes along with the Flinders Tunnel is that if you watch the trains and the train slows down, they see the ghost, and the engineer has never seen the white lady before. But if the engineer just barrels on through the tunnel, he's had an experience with the Flinders ghost, and he's not going to take it anymore. Because the ghost has a habit of standing in the tracks, and when the train stops to check if it's run over somebody, there's no one there. So the engineer gets ticked off that he's stopped his train for this person who was obviously a ghost, and so they just barrel through the tunnel as fast as they can the next time, so they don't have to, worry about it. But the story of the white lady is that she was a bride who was riding on the train with her groom, and either she was pushed from the train or she fell from the train and died there by the tunnel. And ever since then, her ghost has haunted the Flinders Tunnel, or the North Bend Tunnel, as you mentioned. And there was a really interesting story about it that came out. There was an engineer who, like I said, he had stopped his train a couple of times thinking he had run over somebody. He saw the lady in the white dress in the middle of the tracks. He stopped the train, looked for her. There was nobody around. No one was hurt. So he gets in the train, takes off again. He did it the next time he came through. And the third time he came through, he said, well, you're just the ghost. I'm just going on through, the heck with you. And he just barrels on through the tunnel. Well, on the way to the next town, he starts noticing that there's usually there's people waving at trains along the tracks anyway at this time period, but there was an inordinately large amount of people following his train. And some of them were on horseback, and some of them were, yelling and waving crazily. And, when he finally gets to the town proper and stops his train, there's this group of people that has literally followed him most of the way down the train tracks. And they're like, where is she? Where is she? And he's like, where is who? And he said, the lady. He was like, what lady? They said, the lady in the white dress. And he's like, you mean the ghost back in the tunnel? They said, no, the ghost that was riding your cow catcher for the last 2.5 miles. So apparently the Flinders ghost has a sense of humor, because she was allegedly sitting on the cow catcher of the train. And as people were walking by or standing by watching the train go past, she was waving at them. So I don't know what to believe about that story, but it's fun. I mean, she's like, yeah, you won't stop your train. I'll just ride it.